A7 God, back with another tutorial. Today, we'll be installing a boost gauge. Sorry about my voice, it's early in the morning, about like 8 o'clock. But yeah, as you can see, well, first step, I'm gonna explain what I did so far. I actually got a vacuum hose, right? And I pulled off a cap. And I pulled off a cap off of my intake to get the vacuum suction. And what I'm about to do is connect this line to the vacuum port. Now that that's on there, give the line some slack. Give the line some slack is what I said. But after that, I ran it through the firewall, as you can see. Runs through the firewall into the cabin. It runs into the cabin. I don't know if y'all can see it up under there. But yeah, it runs up into the cabin. Up under there and through here. So bam, to right there. And then I also ran the power lines off the back of the gauge. Yeah, this is obviously gonna go up here on the A pillar. I ran the cables, the power cables, which I'm about to connect right now. I'm about to run them the same way up under into the connectors right there. I'm about to connect them wires. So, be patient with me. Yeah, this piece, it's on there, but it ain't on there. It's really more or less stuffed into my dash, but it's in there for right now. I really don't want to add no glue or nothing tacky to make it look all crazy on the A pillar. For right now, it's in my line of sight, and that's all that matters. So, and it's working. But anyway, now that we got the power connected, as I ran the wire back behind the dash, underneath there, and right there. Yes, I know my ends are exposed. I'm about to cover them with some of this. Bam, bam. Scotch electrical tape. Yeah, Scotch electrical tape. Super 33 plus. 33 inches, I think. No, 33 plus. But yeah. Yeah, I got some racing mats, by the way. But anyway, I basically ran a cable through the firewall. Same place as the air tube to the back of the gauge. Into the cabin once again. And we're going to clean it up. Make it look nice and neat. Hide the wires. As you can see, I taped the wires together. For for protection, not necessarily heat protection. Electrical heat, the tape doesn't really have a high heat temperature rating. It usually starts to fall apart and become unsticky after a while. But yeah, I mean, really it depends on the type of tape you get. But yeah, as you can see, that's basically it. And you're going to start the car. Now I'm gonna show you what that's like and where is it sit, because right now it should be at 0 as it is. But anyhow, I'm gonna go over it one last time, the whole system. We started from right here, like I said, the intake. When the car starts, it acts as a vacuum. It pulls air in from the outside, kind of like from right there. You guys might think that's a vacuum leak, but it's not. But yeah, anywho, when the car started, it pulls air in from the outside, creating a vacuum effect, okay? And when the car is first started, like I just said, it's in vacuum mode. And the hose is right here and goes to the back of the gauge, right? all the way through the cabin, through the firewall, like I said. Ouch, I hit my hand, that hurt it. To the back of the gauge. Once the car started, vroom, I'm gonna start it and show y'all what that's like. But once the car started, it'll go to like somewhere around between like negative 0.8 and 0.6, symbolizing that it's in vacuum mode. Now, as I press the gas and give it more gas and spool up the turbo, that needle in there will start to rise up towards the zero. Once it hit zero, obviously it's going to begin positive, meaning boosting. Now, this is a bar boost. Every half a bar is what? I think it's 7.35 psi every half a bar. So every bar is 14.7 psi. Right now I'm only boosting to 7 psi, so that would be the highest boost would be 0.5 on my scale. That's what my wastegate's set to. But yeah, that's about it. You give it a power source. Like I said, that cable runs to my battery and to the back of the gauge. You get your little A-pillar case for your gauge. Put your gauge in there. We're gonna straighten that up in another video, but yeah, it was basically an install and hooking it up. But yeah, I gotta clean up the car. Mr. CB7 guy has done it once again. Now, for more content, please hit that subscribe button, please. Check it out. I'm gonna start the engine for y'all right now. Hold on. Like I said, started the vehicle for you. And where's the boost gauge sit? Yep. And there you have it. A boost gauge install. It works perfectly fine. Let me rev it. See? Perfectly fine. Herb Man out. Like I said in another video, I'll probably show y'all how to actually mount the piece to the A-pillar. Herb Man out.